If you've been following the latest breakthroughs in weight loss, you've probably heard of Retatrutide. But this is not just another GLP-1 drug like Ozempic or Wegovy. Retatrutide is a first-in-class triple hormone receptor agonist. That means it targets three completely different metabolic pathways: GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon, all at the exact same time. In clinical trials, Retatrutide has produced the most dramatic weight loss results of any obesity medication ever tested. We're talking up to 28.7% body weight reduction in just 68 weeks. That is approaching bariatric surgery territory from a weekly injection. But here's the thing. You don't get those results by just jumping to the highest dose. Today, we're diving into the science of Retatrutide dosing and why the sweet spot for sustained maximum weight loss sits right between 8 milligrams and 10 milligrams per week. To understand the dosing, we first have to understand what makes this molecule so different. Retatrutide hits three targets simultaneously. Number one, GLP-1. This reduces your appetite and slows down how fast your stomach empties. You feel full faster and you stay full longer. Number two, GIP. This improves how your body uses insulin and helps control energy balance. And number three, and this is the game changer, glucagon. Activating the glucagon receptor actually increases your resting energy expenditure. It tells your liver to mobilize and burn fat. It's like turning up the thermostat on your metabolism, even when you're sitting still. This triple action is what makes Retatrutide so extraordinary. It's not just suppressing appetite, it's fundamentally rewiring how your body processes and burns energy. And because it's so powerful, you absolutely cannot start at a high dose. Your body needs time to adapt. That's why clinical trials use a start low, go slow titration schedule, beginning at just 2 milligrams once per week.
Now, let's look at the actual data. In the Phase 2 clinical trial published in the New England Journal of Medicine, researchers tested 4 dose levels: 1 milligram, 4 milligrams, 8 milligrams, and 12 milligrams, all given once per week. The results showed a stunning dose-response relationship. At 1 milligram, participants lost an average of 8.7% of their body weight over 48 weeks. At 4 milligrams, that jumped to 17.1%. At 8 milligrams, 22.8%, and at 12 milligrams, 24.2%. Now, in the Phase 3 TRIUMPH-1 trial, which just reported results in May 2026 with over 2,300 participants, the numbers got even more impressive. At 9 milligrams, participants lost an average of 25.9% of their body weight over 80 weeks. At 12 milligrams, 28.3%. That's an average of 70 pounds lost. So here's the critical question. If 12 milligrams gives the most weight loss, why do we say the sweet spot is 8 to 10 milligrams? It comes down to the efficacy to tolerability ratio. Yes, 12 milligrams produces the absolute highest weight loss, but it also carries the highest burden of side effects. At 12 milligrams, clinical trials recorded nausea rates hitting up to 60%, vomiting in 26% of participants, and a unique side effect called dysesthesia, a tingling or pins and needles skin sensation, affected over 20% of patients at the 12 milligram dose. Most importantly, the discontinuation rate due to adverse events was 11.3% at 12 milligrams, nearly 3 times higher than the 4 milligram dose. Now, look at the 8 to 9 milligram range. You're still getting 22 to 26% weight loss, results that were completely unheard of before Retatrutide. But the GI burden is meaningfully lower. The dropout rate is lower. And critically, the glucagon receptor is still highly active at this dose range, driving that powerful fat oxidation and metabolic rate increase that makes Retatrutide so special. Think of it this way. Going from 8 milligrams to 12 milligrams gives you roughly 5 extra percentage points of weight loss, but it more than doubles your risk of severe side effects. For most people, that trade-off simply isn't worth it. The 8 to 10 milligram zone gives you the vast majority of the benefit with a side effect profile that most people can actually sustain long term.
So what does the practical protocol look like? Based on the Phase 3 TRIUMPH trial design, Here is the standard titration schedule. You start at 2 milligrams per week for the first 4 weeks. This is your adaptation phase. Your body is calibrating to triple receptor activation. You might lose 2 to 3% of body weight here, but the main goal is tolerance. Week 5 through 8, you step up to 4 milligrams. Appetite suppression becomes much more noticeable. Weight loss accelerates. Weeks 9 through 12, 6 milligrams. This is where the glucagon receptor really starts to kick in. Fat oxidation accelerates. Your resting metabolic rate begins to climb. Weeks 13 through 16, 9 milligrams. This is where the magic happens. You're now in the sweet spot. Most of the clinical benefit is being delivered with a side effect profile that the majority of patients can manage. And for those who tolerate it well and want to push further, 12 milligrams is available. But for most people, staying in that 8 to 10 milligram maintenance range will deliver sustained, life-changing weight loss. Remember, Retatrutide is administered once per week as a subcutaneous injection. The protocol is non-negotiable. Start low, go slow, escalate every 4 weeks. Rushing the titration is the #1 reason people experience severe side effects and drop out. The goal isn't to get to the highest dose. The goal is to find the highest effective dose that you can comfortably sustain. And for the vast majority of people, that sweet spot lands right around 8 to 10 milligrams per week. Retatrutide is still investigational. It's not yet FDA approved as of mid-2026, but the Phase 3 TRIUMPH data is absolutely groundbreaking. We're watching the future of obesity medicine unfold in real time. What do you think about this triple agonist? Are you following the Retatrutide trials? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this information. Subscribe for more deep dives into longevity, metabolic health, and the science of peptides. I'll see you in the next one.